Now, I heard Mitt Romney might be running again for president. It could be pretty contentious.
You know, you understand why he's doing what he is doing. He's had a pretty tough couple of weeks here.
Vital the $900 billion plan not bogged down.
What we can't do is let very modest differences get in the way of the overall package moving forward swiftly.
So he's doing what he does best, which is speaking, and I thought he did a fine job.
Can you imagine the debate? No, thank you, Mitt. No, thank you, Barack. No, thank you, Mitt.
But he's right to try and push a stimulus plan, in my view.
Mitt, do you want to play golf on Saturday? Well, Mr. President, I thought you were going to be starting a new war on Saturday.
If after all of the work we've done, there's nothing else we can do besides take military action, then of course you take military action. It is unacceptable for Iran to have a nuclear weapon.
Is it worth going to war to prevent a nuclear weapon in Iran?
No, it isn't worthwhile. That was just mean. That really wasn't funny. I was trying. Speaking of debate. The nominating process is over. Tonight I'm happy to announce that I'm going to be supporting Governor Romney.
Yeah. How do you, look, if you didn't support your father, by the way, I mean, I would really question family loyalty there.
Saying no compromise, so wasn't...
Well, I think my main point, do you think I should compromise on the First Amendment? On property rights, on your property rights? Should I sell your house because a businessman wants it and he can pay more taxes? Why don't you want somebody to stand on principle? Why?
Tell me why you're supporting Governor Romney.
Well, I think it's interesting that Governor Romney and I actually have quite a few similarities. Governor Romney's dad ran for president, was unsuccessful. So do I. I come from a family with 5 kids. Governor Romney has 5 kids. He's had a long and happy marriage, so have my parents.
For those that don't know, Ron Paul's come out and said, okay, it looks like we're not going to be able to win with 20% of the delegates. Go there and be respectful. Be respectful of all the stuff the Republican machine's done. I don't like that.
As if you can compromise your integrity, compromise your principles, compromise your life work by jumping on the bandwagon of the left-right paradigm.
Capitol Hill. But I mean, you can. Yeah, I know that you said Ron Paul and his son have different styles. Why would you have to endorse Mitt Romney? Do you think this is vying for a VP nomination or what?
No, I don't. I think this is trying to take those same ideas and push them into the mainstream.
Oh no, all of the Republicans are going to say that he's not a real Republican. He didn't endorse Romney, so it's his fault that Obama got reelected. Well, you know what? They're going to say that shit anyways.
Isn't the whole point of the freedom and liberty movement to tell the right-left paradigm to go F itself? That it doesn't work, that it's just more of the same, that we don't have a choice, that there's no difference between Mitt Romney and Barack Hussein Obama?
No, thank you, Mitt. No, thank you, Barack.
This is a big departure. People are upset about that.
Too bad it was on Hannity, who, of course, after all, is an enemy of Ron Paul.
No idea why he's still mad at me and he would reject coming on this program.
I'm allowed as an evil American to have my views here, and Ron Paul said 4 years ago we put them on the map early on with half their contributions from my show, and we've been there the entire time. I'm telling you, my listeners, 95%, we've got polls going, are very upset. I'm just saying the campaign needs to be clear about this, and if people have been speaking for them that aren't right, or if things have gotten off track, they need to get back on track right now.
Delegates to represent Louisiana at the Republican National Convention in Tampa, Florida were chosen today, but not without issue. Ron Paul supporters took control of Louisiana's Republican State Convention today, starting their own convention.
They broke away from the Republican State Convention, turning their chairs away from the main podium and starting a convention of their own.
The state convention actually let out about 5 o'clock tonight. Hundreds of people came outside to continue that convention because they say that the party was breaking rules inside.
When our cameras arrived, supporters for Romney, Santorum, Gingrich, and others left. Only Ron Paul supporters were left talking about their concerns.
Is there more pizza back there available? Okay, we've got more pizza back in the back.
I want to personally thank the Daily Paul for supplying the pizza for us. The numbers, Madam Chairwoman, I'm not questioning your numbers. I'm saying the numbers you're giving us now do not match the numbers that the State Central Committee has reported so far from your county, and they say one precinct is missing. So if your numbers are that missing precinct, and these are the final numbers from Clinton County, excuse my scribble, but 437, not 386, 354, not 321, we can stop right there.
Think about this. Mitt Romney, the presumptive nominee, the guy who racked up all those primary wins, thinks we need to be reminded that he will, in fact, be nominated at his party's convention. Conventions make no mistake that the Tampa convention will nominate Mitt Romney, and it will be his convention.
The Republican and the Democratic parties are not government agencies. They're private organizations, more like clubs. So voting within a party is not bound by election law.
Ron Paul people posing as supporters of those candidates.
So the Federal Reserve is actually an illegal entity functioning within government.
It's illegal, and what we have given to this so-called agency is the authority to counterfeit money.
Do you have any points of view about the Federal Reserve and how the Federal Reserve operates?
They just enter something on a computer. Oh, you need 20 billion today. Here's 20 billion, but they got that out of thin air. It came out of thin air, it goes to the Treasury then pays the bills.
So it's no different than monopoly money.
They're not audited.
They control the money of America, and it's not audited?
There is no audit.
Oh, wait a second. Doesn't the Federal Reserve work underneath the Congress?
Congress ignores their responsibility to do any oversight.
The president really has no control, nor does the Congress have any control over this cartel. It just has the appearance of control.
Do you think America is going deeper and deeper into becoming a police state? And if so, in what ways do you see that as a congressman?
Yeah, I think we're moving in that direction. We're well on our way. This is something that people eventually, I hope, will get sick and tired of and say, you know, enough is enough.
Hey Romney, how come your campaign didn't mention the Federal Reserve and the $15 trillion bailout that just came out?
And special forces operators from different countries assaulting mock enemy positions. This marked the beginning of a combined combat capabilities demonstration. Countries, including NATO nations, came together for a week-long conference. From around the world, worked alongside each other in the exercise scenario in which the mayor of Tampa was rescued.
From Brazil, Canada, Jordan, Norway,